Welcome back, everyone, as we jump into part 2 of week 19. So we're just going to jump straight into it as Zabin yells out that they need to evacuate the town. The monsters kind of form up, and there's about 20 of them inside the hall. They actually spread out and start heading out, knocking on door to door, getting people gathered up in the town square. What would you guys like to do?
We need to go to the Mages Guild.
Yeah.
Yep. So while all this chaos is happening, people are pounding the door, telling them to get out of their homes, grab as much as they can, and basically, meet in the town square. Some people are just running off, getting on their horses and kind of evacuating town immediately. It's kind of chaos here in the Tinker's District as you guys head over to the Traders District. Is it the Traders District? Yeah,
Sure.
It's been so long.
The District of Columbia is where we're headed right now.
Yeah. At the White House. I have that map that drew out. That's from season 1. Tinkers, the Traders. Yeah, you guys are in the Traders. As you guys headed over to the Mages District, you arrive. There's some chaos over there as well. As you see some monsters leaving the Mages District as well. And Jacko comes right up. Tell me.
Long story short, we think Victor got captured by Monben. We think he knows he has the spark. That's the long and short of it. Victor's dead. Yeah.
And you can tell he kind of is just brushing that off of this as he
Yeah.
ushers you into his office area. It's a lot less barbaric looking in there. It's more organized, chaotic organized, shuffles of paper everywhere kind of thing. Okay, so he knows that the Spock is here.
We don't know that for sure. All we know is
It's possible.
Yeah, Victor was killed. I cast Speak with Dead, asked him a couple questions. We know where Monben was. His island that he was at, which is the island of Concave.
He kind of pulls out a very large map, like brushes all the stuff off of his desk, and it's a very detailed map when he unfolds it. And it's a map of the entire world essentially. And he's like,
Okay.
show me on this map.
So I'm gonna look for White Bell and then go to his island of Concave, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna find that and point to it.
He brings out some other tools and is kind of measuring to where Hellbrook is. He's writing down numbers on a piece of paper, piece of parchment, as fast as he can. Takes a second, thinks, writes down more numbers, kind of things. He kind of puts his hands up. Well, if these numbers are correct, and if he's flying as fast as I think he would be flying, well, we don't even know how fast he flies, but we'll probably expect him here by morning.
Well, all we know is that he killed Victor. Victor was on this island searching for this treasure he was there for a month. Our assumption is torture and information extraction. The monsters were sending people to our home to get the body. I don't know if you want to look at it before anything. I mean, there's obviously more important things if this is actually what's happening.
If you already spoke with him, I can't.
All right, well, then that's all we have. So we're assuming the worst.
Well, there is a bit of good news. Our device
No?
is fully completed.
Well, that is good news.
But it's still all theory at this point.
Correct.
Theory will have to do.
Correct. How about the new airship?
It's not fully constructed yet, but I think it will manage with a couple of us on there.
All right.
We'll have to get with Paul Breff.
Yeah, I've been meaning to speak with him. I haven't seen him in a while anyway, so. And I can always attempt. I can't promise any assistance, but can send a message to Erdash and see if perhaps he can assist. I know it's ahead of his assumed time of arrival, but it can't hurt to. I don't think we'll be able to get there if he'll be here in the morning.
No,
So, can send a message at the very least and ask for assistance.
do that. In the meantime, he looks over at Vrax. You're a battle-weary individual. What kind of defenses do you think we should fortify?
Realistically, or everything. This is going to be the largest creature I will face. I don't know what kind of battlements you have available for your airships or in your towers, but directing fire at him from above will probably be the wisest decision.
Well, our plan was to keep him on the ground.
Perfect.
We were-
Great.
We came up with plans from White Bell. Maybe we can extend him out here. I think if we put him in the middle of town, kind of bait him there, we can use the three towers to our advantage.
Based on your calculations, how long would it take to get from that island to here? A
Well,
rough estimate.
Flying from a dragon, roughly 12 hours. That's give or take.
How safe is this spark here?
Eventually he can get to it, but he won't be able to get to it immediately.
Because my other thoughts are if he were to arrive here in the morning, and we were to go through the portal and leave it there, that it'd be 12 hours it would take him at the least to get back to it.
So a facade,
Correct.
a fake. It might work.
Well, if
Again-
he's already taken off, we can just leave it there now.
Yes, I don't. If he hasn't, then we'll be giving it right to him. You see, my thoughts are 12 hours with him. If all fails here, then at least we'll have it further away, and we can, if he heads back, we can attempt to extract it and move it somewhere else.
That's very
If any of us
smart.
are to survive.
We'll have an
I'm
acolyte
not-
move it. If he shows up here, we'll have an So we'll store it at your house.
That sounds fine.
We'll have 3 mages hold on to it, go through the portal, if he does arrive here in the morning.
That sounds fair.
I think we're assuming that this dragon is legend than he actually is.
I'm sorry, you cut out. Can you say that again?
I don't think this dragon is stupid.
Meaning,
No.
Meaning, I think that if we play mind games with him and his orb, he's going to see right through it. He'll kill us here, and if he does and we hide the orb, he'll simply go to where the portal is, kill everyone there, and take the orb. I think he even knows where the portal goes.
well, that may be true. However, if he could easily find it, then what was stopping him coming here and killing us and taking it in the first place? He had to torture one of our friends to find the information. If he knew what was stopping him from coming at any point, when the town is full of innocents and we would be hard-pressed to defend them as well as fend off him with no preparation at all.
I think he's arrogant. I think he's angry. And I think that he's going to make mistakes.
Which we can use to our advantage.
So where do we go from here?
Once we give... It's going to be an all-night effort to get everyone evacuated. We can send them to various parts all over the world. Through the portals here. In the meantime, when we put up defenses as we can, maybe fashion harpoons from the port and the towers, and kind of a tri-defense in the middle of town. That's where we can put our device to maybe trap him. I want to kill him. I want him to be off of this plane of existence. So that's number one. If we can't get that, then we'll send him somewhere else. Granted, if it works.
Right. Again, I'll reach out to Eridash. Perhaps he could provide some assistance, if any. Can't hurt to ask.
I would
Strange
like to.
artifacts in our trophy room. I know we've talked about them before. Would any of them provide any assistance at all?
The globe will just change the weather. It's nothing. And it won't even do it here. Everything else is just... Well... You do have... Well... I've seen Vrax here. You don't have the wish spell anymore.
No. No, we don't. Well. Can't know worse. No.
I, for one, would like to use this time to offer my assistance to any of your troops, both on foot or on mounts. I've seen a lot of battles. So if I may, I would like to spend some time getting them ready. If this battle happens in the morning, I want them to be as ready as possible.
Please. Do. And he kind of opens up the door.
Yep.
And lets you.
I
go.
leave. Yep.
Now what says Tiefling?
Yes.
I'll send word for your mother.
Yes.
Can't
That'll be
guarantee
good.
that she'll come.
I know.
It looks to Vespire. Any insight that you can give?
None aside from my practice in battle. And I'd like to see to it that the airships are ready to go.
We can make that. Make that happen. And you, Axton. Any
Aye.
further insights? Anything else?
Not that I can think of. I have allies in the north, but I doubt they can make it here in such short notice unless you have means of getting them here.
Traveling to Yusuf. No.
Bottom, perhaps?
That's if they're willing to come.
And hearing this, I turn around and say, we could reach out. We could reach out to the north. I have contacts.
Then let's do that.
Aye, there is, again, not that I can say much for them, but there are some young clerics in the town of Star Hollow. And, that's, again, the healing I assume is going to be in great need. Perhaps, again, I don't think they can make it here in time, but any assistance.
We can
I
send
imagine,
word for the cleanup.
and that's all I have.
Well, we have much work to do. And he kind of ushers everyone out. So let's start like this. Vespire, you wanted to go kind of to the airships, right?
Yeah. How long would it take if I were to take an airship up to bottom? Like a long while.
Yes. It takes 2 weeks to travel by boat, so it'll probably take you roughly a week to get up to bottom.
All right, never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go to the airships and like get everything ready, and I'd like to sort of bring a like have combatants prepared and ready to fight from the airships.
Yeah. So
Archers.
The monsters have already fashioned, with the help of some of the Mages Guild. What are they called? They're like the bigger harpoons. To kind
Ballista?
of ballistas. That are blackened in the front. They're basically essentially dragon ballistas. They've been fashioned for a while now. That they are putting on top of the towers and also on top of the airships. And there's some, like most of the boats have taken off at this point, heading north or heading elsewhere. There's a couple that stay, and they're kind of doing the same thing. They're arming the ship. The commotion in the mid of the town, they're bringing groups of people into the Mages Guild to kind of send them out through portals to different parts of the world, in hopes for them to return. Hope you get with Jacko. Jacko contacts your mom. Your mom replies back that this is your fight and yours alone.
All right.
Axton, what were you doing again?
So I was gonna head back to the house first off. I was gonna send a message to Eridash, which I can say it out loud now. I can type it to you, whichever you want. It's sending.
Go ahead.
Send it or say it.
Say it.
All right. So Eridash, it's Axton. Plans have changed. Monben's attack may happen upon the morrow. Any assistance you can provide, we would be ever grateful. So he gets a 25-word response. And I wait, and I go back, and while that's happening, and yeah, you know what? I'm going to pray to Timora for any kind of guidance for a little while.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take out that letter that I got from Bartholomew, the sealed one, that said open when the time is right.
Ooh.
I'm going to open it.
Oops, sorry. It's gonna look weird on our thing, but I've got to pull it up.
I don't know when's the right time, but now seems as right as any.
And I'll read this out loud to you. How about that?
Sounds good.
Eridash comes back with, "The time is too near. I cannot leave now. May my strength be with you."
Lol.
Lol.
Cool.
Get wrecked, Doritos. Anyway, so Axton, you look at the letter, tear it open. You read it. It's a shorter letter. It says,
Lol.
yeah, lol.
Good.
Axton, my boy. If you are reading this, you are either in desperate need of help, or I am no longer here. My health is not as good since you have left. I did not want to burden you with the guilt of leaving. Tymora has a higher purpose for you than to look after an older dwarf. Lady Luck has spoken to you and guided you this far. Do not abandon hope now. She will continue to show you the way. I pray for her. I pray to her every day that you will return home with what you seek. She speaks to me as well and replies within good time. We cannot rush destiny. It was my purpose in life to find you, and I am extremely grateful for what has happened so far. Looking back at what you have accomplished with her help, you have sought out revenge for the ones who took your family away. You have found me again, and without your knowledge, and without you knowing, saved me as well. Your deeds are not yet complete. You are destined for greatness. And this all started with a dark moment, which lit the night sky and set things in motion. Keep the faith, my son. Keep it bright, and let your enemies see you shine.
All right. I'm going to fold up that letter, tuck it in my armor, and I'm gonna follow that guidance. And I'm just gonna sit. I'm gonna hold my my holy symbol, and I'm gonna pray for guidance.
All right. So Vrax, you get with troops. What exactly do you want to do with them?
Ooh.
Mail
Well,
trips.
I'm going to.
Little boys.
Ooh. Don't matter to
Cool.
me. Dragon. I'm going to approach the group of troops and just kind of address them and just say, who here is able and proficient at riding a steed or a mount, horse, anything?
A couple of them raise their hands. Most of them are from the Monsters Guild.
Anyone that can ride a horse, come with me.
They follow.
I motion for them to come closer to me, and then I mention, if you have your own steed, please go fetch it now.
They head off. The other people are kind of just sitting around waiting for orders as well.
Okay. Anyone that thinks that they might be able to man a horse, your assistance would be greatly desired and needed in the situation. The rest of you, gather up your weapons. I need someone to fetch the longest and strongest chains you have to offer, whether it's from the monsters, from any armaments you might have from town, armorsmiths, weaponsmiths. Those who are willing to help, or those who can ride, meet at the stables.
And they kind of give a nod, and some of the monsters give you a salute, and they break off.
Okay.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Just in the just for the sake of time, I can kind of explain to you what I want to go
Sure.
instruct them on, or I can act out the whole thing, but if you want to get going, that's fine.
Either or, man. We got time.
What's that?
Either or, we have time.
Either or? Okay. So I'm gonna head down to the stable and go down to get my horse.
All right. Stable boy is not there, but there's plenty of food left over for the horses. Most of the horses are gone, except for, of course, you guys, and there's a couple other horses there as well.
Okay. So I'm gonna go hop on my horse and assume that people are starting to come.
Yes.
Soldiers.
Yeah. They start coming. Hour goes by before pretty much all of them start showing up. They've brought these very large, reinforced chains.
Awesome.
That a couple of them had to bring on a carriage over. Extremely heavy chains. They actually bring it off and it cracks the cobblestone underneath.
Wow. Suppose I should have been more clear. Do you have any chains that you are able to carry?
A half orc comes like pushing through the crowd, and he grabs a chain and lifts up the chain off the ground. I can carry this one.
Oh my goodness. Right. Is everyone here that can ride a horse? Everyone, this horse is here if you do not have one of your own.
They all look around. All of them are on horses at this point.
Perfect. So, am I looking over at the chains? Am I to assume that all of the chains that they've brought are like ridiculously heavy?
No, not all of them.
Okay.
There's some in between.
Okay.
There's some that
Fair
actually
enough.
look kind of brittle as well, but they
Okay.
just grabbed as many chains as they could.
Fine. So any chain that it's too heavy to carry on your own, you may leave. Pick through, find a chain that is strong enough, but you are able to carry without too much of a burden. Gather one, and we will set off just outside the gates.
Okay.
I want to take them just to where the forest, the tree line starts.
And looking out through the town, you see a lot of people heading south towards the road that takes them to Star Hollow and Sleet Yard. And they don't bring the big chain. But they bring chains that their horses can hold on to as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So some time goes by and they're able to muster that, and there's about
Perfect.
it's about 35 of them.
Right. Men, able warriors, whether it is your first time in battle, many times in battle, or your last time in battle, what you learn here might be the very savior of this battle. The creature that is due to be here in the morning will no doubt be one of the largest creatures you have ever seen. It will be quite frightening. It will have powers beyond your nightmares. But if you learn something here this day, it will be the bane and the cause of our victory. Now, you two, I'm just going to point to two people that have chains.
Mm-hmm.
You give him one end of your chain.
And
Hang on to the other end. And I'm going to point to one of them. And then I'm going to point to one of them and say, you grip the chain slightly further from the end of the chain.
He makes the
Now.
necessary adjustments.
Now, I point to just one person, and I motion him towards me with your chain. Bring it here.
He
I will
moves
show
around,
you.
Comes up to you.
I will show you the power of what you, your hearts, and your steed are capable of doing to a creature of this magnitude. Our aim is to have the dragon on the ground. Our plan is to ride as one. to take 2 ends of this chain, and I grip the chain, and then I hike it up a little bit, maybe a couple feet up the chain.
Mm-hmm.
And then I point over towards like one of the bigger trees just at the tree line. And then I'm going to say, come, move with me slowly first, then we will try faster.
He follows your direction.
And then basically, I'm just going to explain to him what I will refer to in my outside of game context as the ATAT maneuver.
Okay.
The toe cable
Where
maneuver.
I motion that we move in opposite directions and then circle around the tree, wrapping the tree with the chain until it is tight.
Yeah. So you guys come around. It doesn't really work out at first, but it makes like a sawing motion on the tree itself. It kind of digs into the tree, and then it finally like clicks, where it's a solid pull, and you're able to stop and actually back up your horses a little bit. He gets it pretty quickly, and everybody is kind of like looking on and nodding and.
Yep. So I just motion to say, form groups of 2, practice. This will be your partner. This will be the person on the other end of the chain, on the other end of the link between you and victory. This is how we will bring down this dragon and cause as much damage and pain and suffering and inconvenience to hinder his limbs as he tries to move around on the ground while the rest of the city barrels down upon him. It is up to you to move fast, vigilantly, and strong. I need you to get in as much practice with your partner, to grip your chains into these trees as if they were legs of a dragon, and prepare for the morning. Do not tire yourselves out. Make sure to get rest, and do not attempt to work past what your body can handle. I'm counting on you. And I'm going to hand the chain back to them.
Raise up their swords. Kind of give a warrior's cry. And you kind of overwatch them, giving them pointers of how to properly do it for your mindset and for your strategy. It takes time to get it perfected, but you've got plenty of time. So we'll jump over to Hope now. Hope, what are you doing with all this?
I actually want to ask Jocko a question. Any of your mages know Earthbind spell?
Earthbind.
It'd be great in this battle.
Let me look. Earthbind?
Yeah. Do you want me to copy it for you?
Yeah. And where you found it at? Because it's not in the book.
Oh, it's one of those extra ones. Yeah.
I'll look it over and we'll see. Saving throw. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the range is 300 feet, and it's
What level spell is it?
2.
2?
It starts at 2. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Is there any DC for it? Oh, the strength saving throw. He kind of scratches his head and thinks over for a minute. You know, we might have something in our books, but nothing that anyone has prepared right now. I'll do some research.
No problem. I just thought of it because I could possibly prepare it if need be.
Well, go ahead and prepare it then.
Okay.
All right. And kind of, you guys are kind of like walking the town together, kind of overseeing the things. Jacko's pointing up to roofs, pointing out different strategies in order to keep out of the way of a dragon that might be coming. He does ask you a question as well. So, how do you think we can lure him here? And he points right outside the Colosseum. It's smack dab in the middle of town.
Well, if we have a...
Oh, he's just with Hope right now. Unless you came back over.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No. I wasn't sure.
Okay.
My bad.
Well, dragons like gold.
This one wants his Spock more than he wants gold. King Kirby's
True.
treasure is truly there. And he's got all the gold he needs.
Well, you could always make something that seems at his spark. Tell him it's right there. And maybe he'll go for it.
Maybe we can fashion something and put a minor illusion in it.
Sure. May also have another idea, if we do.
We might be able to even taunt him.
Yes. If we get them in the right spot, maybe somebody knows a certain spell, like can't even remember all these ones.
Very mysterious, Hope.
Yeah. I would have to look through a book that I have, but if it's what I'm thinking, it can also damage them too.
Well, go do your research. Meet you here before dinner. And he kind
Alright.
of ushers you off. So Vespire, you've made your way to the third tower at this point in time. They're having some trouble fashioning things on. There's some people that are actually, like, the person who's actually doing it is kind of shaking at this point. Like, he's trying to drill into the actual, or he's trying to drive in the spikes to hold in the, oh god, I went blank again. I'm trying to think of like 1,000 things right now. Is it Batista?
Ballista.
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 I mean, if we have Batista,
Yeah.
I want him on my side too.
Right.
Man.
He's a guardian of the galaxy, man.
So like he's like shaking and trying to like stabilize his hands, like wiping the sweat off and going back and
You said he's shaking.
yeah.
So I'll go up to him and just kind of softly, just touch his shoulder and say, "Steel yourself. It's a long night, an even longer morning, and we need all the able hands we can get. Just have faith."
I will. And he kind of takes a deep breath and kind of mellows himself out for a second, and then drives a stake in. True.
Sweet.
You see that pretty much as dinner time kind of rolls around for everyone.
Can I actually do one thing first?
Sure, yeah.
I'd like to head over to the mages and
Mm-hmm.
ask a few questions.
Yeah. So as as you finish up, like I said, it's about 6 or 7 o'clock. The sun is starting to begin to set for everyone. As everyone kind of makes their way back over to the Mages Guild, Vespire, you get there first.
I'd like to inquire about your teleportation needs.
Sure.
What do we have as far as capabilities? If I were to teleport and reach out, could you bring me and possibly others back?
Well, we're still evacuating. So, our number one concern is to get everyone out of the city.
I see. Now, at any point in the night, could we make this happen?
Possibly. But it might be extremely late in the night.
I see.
Hellbrook is pretty much the largest town in at least the south. As you've seen, it's maybe 4 times as big as Sleet Yard. Like it's a big town. There's a lot of people that come here, so like they are steadily evacuating people. Like it's a full stream of people. Like.
Okay. I'm going to wait for Axton and have a word with him.
Yeah. So a little bit of time passes, about 20 minutes passes, and eventually Axton and Hope and Vrax all make their way to the Mages Guild.
Axton, could I have a word?
Of course.
And Marwin too. Marwin's tagging along.
Sure. Axton, I'd like to ask if we could use that spell again that you used to reach out to your relative.
Of course.
I thought we might try to get a hold of Nixera. Now, I spoke to the mages and there is a portal operational, but it won't be available to us until later in the night. This would give us the opportunity to have them prepare if we could reach out to them.
I can send her a message. I mean, the worst she can say is no.
Right.
All right. Then I guess I'll kind of pull off to the side and cast sending and send a message to Nixera and send something along the lines of, Nixera, it's Axton. The dragon is attacking tomorrow. Can you send any aid? We're still preparing. I guess.
I hear it because I can hear this, right?
No.
No, you can't.
I can't.
Well, I still have 3 words left. Teleportation coming later? That's what I say.
Perfect.
So, 25 words go out to Nixera. We'll see if she gets back to me.
I'm writing a response right now.
All right.
I was like, I can't talk right now. Please leave your name and number, and I might get back to you.
The person you have reached has not set up their voicemail yet. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. And it just hangs up on you.
You didn't say the magic word.
Please wait while your party is being reached.
I tell Vespire, it's been sent. I'm awaiting her response.
I'm gonna give him a nod.
So what spell is this?
Sending?
Sending. I just want to see if it comes through with demeanors or voices.
Yeah, in my
emotions.
Voice. No hand motions, obviously, but yeah, it comes through in my voice. So
does it come through like with emotions, or is it just a flat monotoned?
The Heater here in its recognizes you as the sender and can answer in a manner immediately. Yeah, I mean, it said. Spell
Any
name
distance
description,
in
blah, blah.
planes of different time. There's a 5% chance that the message doesn't.
Yeah, if it's on a different plane of existence.
Okay. Creature hears a message and smile recognizes the sender. Knows you can answer in a like manner. So I'm gonna go ahead and say yes.
Sounds
It
good.
can send like emotions. So a frantic, a frantic Nixra comes over. We are at war. Time is bad now. The green dragon has attacked here. The world is at war.
So, Axton is just like kind of deadpan at the floor, nobody knowing what's going on, and
I
eyes.
see a paleness come over Axton. Vespire.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go over and ask him what's the response.
Again, and just kind of slowly, eyes wide, pan up to Vespire. Bottom is under attack by the green dragon. They're at war as well. Apparently, this is happening everywhere. She says the world is at war. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else here knows about this.
I don't think so.
I don't think we're getting any assistance from the north.
I think it would be foolish to even ask for it.
Agreed.
It looks like we're on our own then. Unless you have any other ideas. Maybe you could send one more letter.
I can't. To who?
Well, I'm not sure. That's where we brainstorm.
Yeah, I can send another if we can think of someone else to ask. We can circle back with the rest of the group. I mean,
I think it best that they know the standing of our world right now.
yeah, sure. Okay. So I'm gonna like kind of mindlessly walk over to the rest of the group, everybody that's there. So I have word from the north. Bottom is under siege by the green dragon. I've been told the world is at war.
Jacko kind of stands in front. The green dragon. This is not good. We sent people to bottom. And he kind of motions over for them to stop sending people to bottom. And at that point in time, two mages go through the portal to kind of just see what's going on that side.
I kind of look again to Jocko and everybody there. Erdash wishes us our best, but he cannot. Says the time is too near and he cannot provide assistance. So we don't have that outlet. I mean, who knows what power he would have brought, but it seems we'll not have it.
Jacko kind of slams his hands on the table. This is getting worse and worse. Seems like we are the only ones who can do this. And this is the first time that you've seen him actually like show true emotions. He looks angry, and then he kind of readjusts his shirt and stands proper, and there's no time to get emotional.
So, what? I can send a few more messages if we need. I don't know who to, or if you have anyone you need to reach out. I need to know them, so I feel we're kind of... I don't know. What preparations have we made? Where do we stand?
It's not gonna be perfect, but I think we have some nets that we can cast over him. We have the airships that can fly around with us on top. We have a siege from... we have at least one boat. We have the monsters and you on the ground. I think we can win. No. I know we can win.
There's another thing that I was researching. Glyph of warding. That might help.
We can definitely look into that.
I don't know if we have the white dragon's soul stone. I don't know if that can be utilized in any means to combat this dragon as a weapon, as a lure of some kind, but we do have it. I figure that's worth mentioning. I know we've talked about it, but...
The only thing that will do is just cause another dragon to be here.
Fair enough.
He wants his spark. Like I said, he's arrogant. He's irrational right now. If we can cause a diversion to get him to the center of town with a device that looks similar to it, we can kick all of this off. And Zabin kind of speaks up from behind. I'll do it. I don't have the device. Get another crack at this dragon.
How weak is he without this spark? Do we have any... I mean, I know he's still a dragon and extremely powerful, but do we know how weak he is without it? Do we have any idea of exactly what we're getting ourselves into?
You saw White Belt. That was without it.
Do we... I guess any last minute preparations for anything to resist lightning wouldn't be a bad idea.
We'll get some mages on that.
And again, abandon your lightning magic. It won't prove any use here.
Go home. Get some food. Get a good night's rest. We'll ring the bell whenever we first see him.
Alright.
We've done all we can. And you, 5, have done enough for one night. Thank you. He kind of looks at each one of you. And Marwin behind the scenes has been doing a lot as well. And he kind of gives a nod to each one, nod of appreciation. As you make your way back home, the town is still in a frenzy. You know, kids are crying in the streets. They don't know what's going on, and they're not mentioning anything of a dragon. All they're mentioning is you need to get out of town. So as everyone's kind of getting ushered to the Mages Guild pretty calmly. It's still a lot of people getting escorted out. You make it to your home. Gwen is still there. Anything you'd like to say?
Gwen, I know you've encountered things that no one should, just being around us. I don't know what you've heard, but it seems there may be a dragon attack in the morning. You are by no means bound to stay here. Please, if you wish to leave, no one will hold that against you. They are evacuating people as we speak. Head over to the Mages Guild, and they will find you safe passage.
She kind of steps up. Well, with all due respect, I'm not going anywhere.
Well, I don't know. I just kind of have a smirk, a grin, you know. This cook who's standing up to potential dragon attacks. It's endearing, to say the least.
Now, what can I get you to eat? and Vespire, you notice that, you know, her normal self was very shy, very jittery, you know, around you. There's a newfound confidence in her that she's gained after she came back from being killed. She doesn't let little things get to her anymore.
Right.
Or even really big things. She's seen worse.
So it seems not even death can scare you away.
I've been there. It's not all that
And
bad.
I can't imagine. But yet, I honor what you're doing. And I'm gonna nod.
She returns a curtsy as she heads into the kitchen. Well, I'll prepare some food. She goes in, cooks a really, really good meal. It's the best you've had in quite some time. She really put some love into it. As everyone kind of sits in silence and has what could be their last meal. We're going to go to our second break. So stick around, and we will be right back.